welcome again to half-hour gentle yoga. So I cannot see anything since my phone is right over there, so I'll just teach in English like last time. Again, welcome. We're going to do today a gentle flow. It's Monday evening. Probably no one has worked today, but still for the ones who work today, you know, it's a flow that you can relax, slow down, let your body, prepare your body to go to sleep. So I just finished my evening run, just came out of the shower. So for me, it's also an opportunity to just stretch a little bit. And like every time we start with a breathing exercise. So I welcome you to get seated, sit comfortably, make sure your back is straight, your neck is straight, roll your shoulders to the back so they can relax, and just place your hands on top of the knees, and you can close your eyes. And for the coming minutes, just listen to my voice. I will give you clear instructions on where to focus on, how to breathe. But for now, just breathe naturally. Don't force your breath. Let it flow naturally in and out. And keep in mind that you need to breathe through your nose. And just feel the air going inside your nose, how it touches your nostrils, how it goes inside your nose, maybe tickling the inside of the nose. Really be aware of your breath. And just try to observe the breath. Take a look at the air you're inhaling. How does the air feel? Does it feel cool? And notice when you exhale how the air changes structure and temperature. The air you're exhaling feels a little warmer. And now lower your attention to your throat. And feel when you inhale how the air enters the nose, tickles the inside of the nose, and then passes on through the throat. And when it passes there, again, try to feel the different sensations that arise inside your throat. And try to feel the air and try to observe its structure and its temperature. And feel the air you're inhaling, how it's cool and maybe a little dry. And when you're exhaling, again, feel how the air is a little warmer and also maybe a little bit more humid. And lower your attention now even more. From the throat, we're going to lower it down to our chest area. And when you inhale, feel how the air enters your nose, passes through the throat, and then fills your lungs. And when you're inhaling and your lungs get filled, feel how your chest is expanding. And then when you exhale, feel how the lungs are shrinking again, how the chest is contracting, and how the air escapes. And just be aware of the movement of your chest, how it expands on an inhale and contracts on an exhale. Just keep breathing naturally through the nose. very gently. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Maybe even touch your heart with your thumbs. And then slowly wink your eyes. Open your eyes. Namaste. Welcome to this practice. Okay. Since it's an evening session, we're not going to do all the warm-up like the other sessions. Our body is already warmed up. So we're just going to do a few important things, in my opinion, or, you know, sometimes after sitting down all day, maybe Easter brunch or lunch, you know, your back's a little stiff and sore. So maybe we're going to work on that. And for now, keep seated like this, and we're going to roll our head. On an exhale, roll the head down. Then move the head up on an inhale. Exhale. Turn your head down. Inhale up. Change direction. Exhale when you move down. Inhale when you move up. Make sure your shoulders are pushed down. Okay, perfect. Now let's pull the shoulders in on an inhale. On an exhale, we're going to release. So inhale, tense. Exhale, relax. A few more times. One more time. And now place the left hand next to your left hip. On an inhale, raise the right arm towards the sky. Lengthen your spine, and on an exhale, bend to the left side. Look at your upper palm. And go as deep as you like until you feel a stretch in the right side of your body. When you bend, just make sure that your right hip stays on the mat. And if you're not feeling any stretch, just take a look at your position. Maybe you're leaning forward or leaning backward. Make sure you're just like straight sideways. Now on an inhale, we come back up, lengthening the spine. Exhale, drop the right arm down and place the right hand now next to your right hip. Now inhale, raise the left arm towards the sky. Really lengthen the spine. On an exhale, we drop to the right side, looking at our upper palm. And here, make sure your left hip stays on the mat. On an inhale, come back up again, lengthening the spine. And exhale, dropping the hand down. Now I'm going to turn to the length of my mat. We're going to go on hands and knees for cats and cows. So unwind the legs. Now make sure your wrists are underneath the shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, and your knees and your wrists are also nicely aligned. Our spine is in neutral now. On an inhale, we're arching the back, relaxing the shoulders, looking up. On an exhale, we're pushing the mat away with our hands, rolling our back and looking at our navel. Then inhale into cow again, arching the back, looking up. Exhale, roll the back, look at the navel. 2 more times. Spine back to neutral, and we're going to warm our hips a little bit. So push the hips back as if you're going to sit on your heels, but then push the hips to the left, bringing the weight forward, pushing the hips forward, And then the hips to the right, making a very big circle with your hips. And make 3 big circles in every direction. Always remember, when you do left, you do right equally so you stay balanced. So changing direction now. And engage your breath here. On an inhale, we come forward. On an exhale, we go down. And when you're done, you're bringing your spine back to neutral, lifting the feet and rolling just a few circles with the ankles. Changing direction. And then we're placing the toes down on the mat. We take a deep breath here, and then on an exhale, we're going to push our hips up in the air to the back and bringing our heels down for downward facing dog. We're pushing the mat away with our hands, relaxing the shoulders and the neck and looking at the navel. Here we're going to stretch our calves and our hamstrings a little bit by walking the dog, as they call it. So just lifting one heel at a time and pushing the other down. I don't know if you can see that. I'll just come a little bit more forward. So just lifting one heel at a time, pushing the other down. And you just stay in the stretch as long as your body wants you to. Always listen to your body and never cross your limits. Whenever during a practice, you need to, reconnect to your breath and just take a moment to relax. You can either come to downward facing dog, or as we're going to do now, on an inhale, we're lowering down the knees, opening up the knees till the sides of our mat, bringing the big toes together, and then on an exhale, pushing the hips down. We're sitting on our heels, walking our hands forward, and we're bringing our forehead to the mat for child pose. Child pose as well is a restorative pose. You can go into child pose whenever you want. And if there's someone close to you, you can always ask them to push your hips down so you get more release in the hips. It feels very good. So let's stay a few more moments in child pose and really take a deep breath in and out. On the next inhale, slowly we're going to come again. We're going to bring our weight up and forward, closing the knees, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. Now stretching the legs and placing the toes into the mat, keeping your abs tight for a high plank. And it helps you if you push your heels to the back for a nice alignment. Now take a deep breath into your plank. And on an exhale, we're dropping down into low plank or chaturanga, making sure your elbows are pointing to the back. And keep pushing your heels to the back. It helps you. If you cannot stay here, you can just drop down. In case you're still here, then stretch your toes and on an inhale, press up into upward facing dog. Arching your back, relaxing the shoulders, looking up and making sure your thighs are off the mat. Keep breathing here. Now very slowly, you can drop down. You can bring your chin on the mat, your arms alongside the body. And you can place your hands a little bit underneath your thighs. Okay, we're going to go for grasshopper. So keep your chin on the mat, and on the next inhale, we're going to raise both legs a little bit off the mat. Not too much, just a little bit. And keep breathing. Stay here. Keep your toes pointing. And keep breathing through the nose. One more deep breath. And slowly lowering down. Now release your hands and bring them underneath your shoulder. Just push off a little bit and then bring your elbows down on the mat, making sure your elbow is just underneath your shoulder. You can spread your fingers, place them down. For Sphinx pose. In Sphinx pose, we're keeping also our toes stretched, okay? So our legs are also always active. And in Sphinx pose, we're just pushing the mat away with our forearms, looking up or just in front of us. Choose a point in front of you, focus on it, and just keep breathing. And try to drop your shoulders down, so don't keep them up. Really lengthen your neck. Push the shoulders down and keep breathing. Okay, one more breath here. And then next, take your left forearm and turn it inwards, okay? And place it down on the mat. You're bending your right knee, bringing your right foot up, and then with your right hand, you're trying to grab your ankle. You know, you can stay here, or you can also grab it from the inside for those who are more flexible. And maybe you want to push that foot down. You can always stay here, remember. Never cross your own limits. But if you need a little more stretch in the quadriceps, you can just push that foot down and just enjoy the stretch in your upper leg. And keep looking forward and breathe. This feels good after running. I can tell you that. Maybe I should call it yoga for runners. Okay, now slowly release the right foot. Place the right arm down again and just switch it with the left one. So turn the right forearm inwards, place it down on the mat. Now bending the left knee, bringing the left foot up, and with your left hand you can either grab your ankle from the outside, or you can grab it from the inside and then push the foot down for a deeper stretch. There's always options. Choose the right one for you. Keep looking forward. Keep breathing. And also keep your right leg engaged. Keep your muscles tightened and the toes pointy. One more deep breath. And slowly release the left foot. Bring the arm down again. And now place the hands underneath the shoulders, your toes onto the mat. And then on an inhale, we're coming again up into high plank. Exhale, low plank or chaturanga. Stretch your toes on an inhale, push yourself upward, arch your back. Look up for upward facing dog. Then flipping the toes on an exhale, pushing our bum up for downward facing dog. Push your heels down towards the mat. Look at your navel. Now on the next inhale, lower down the knees. Stretch the toes. And then go sit on your heels. And then we're going to bring one leg at a time in front of us. Okay, now I'm going to maybe turn around again so you guys can see it better. So, right now, we're going to bend the right knee. We're going to bring the right foot really close to our hip. Take your fist and place it in between your hip and your heel. And then in between your left thigh and your right foot, also one fist distance. Okay? Keep that leg here. You can keep your left hand down on the floor. Now on an inhale, raise the right arm up towards the sky, really lengthening the spine. On an exhale, suck the tummy in, fold forward, and really reach forward as if you're going to grab something, and then wrap your right arm around that right leg. And then with the left one, go behind your back and see maybe if you can grab your fingers. If not, you can keep this arm just on your back. Okay? Eventually you're going to reach it. And your left toes, they're pointing up in the air. And then you're just looking at your left knee and just keep breathing through the nose. One more breath. And slowly release. And now we're going to change legs. Stretch the right leg, bend the left knee, and place this left foot at one fist distance in between your hip and your right thigh. The right hand goes next to your right hip. On an inhale, we're raising the left arm up in the air, really lengthening the spine. On an exhale, sucking the tummy in, reaching forward and bending forward. And then we're wrapping the left arm around our left leg. With the right hand, we go and we search for fingers. If you can grab them, that's perfect. If not, you can just keep your arm on your back, and one day you'll get there. Keep your right toes pointing up and your gaze down towards your right knee. Keep breathing. One more breath. And then slowly release. Stretch your leg. Wiggle your legs to release the tension you've built up. Now bring your legs together. Keep them straight, the toes pointing up. Keep your back straight. Roll the shoulders to the back to open up the chest. Then on an inhale, raising both arms up in the air and really lengthening the spine. And let's just stay here for a few moments and really breathe deeply in and out. And really breathe into your spine and imagine that someone is pulling your hands, pulling your head up, really lengthening you. And right now this helps us to feel grounded. Imagine from your tailbone there's roots growing all the way down through the mat into the earth, connecting with the earth. One more deep inhale. On an exhale, we're sucking the tummy in, reaching forward and bending forward. And see how far you can reach. Maybe you can only reach and touch your shins, your ankles, or maybe you can even reach for your toes. If you can, grab your toes and just stay here and breathe. If you're really flexible, maybe you can grab the sides of your feet. This pose, the forward fold, really lights the fire within actually. It's a very good pose for your metabolism. So I always tell my students, after yoga, if you stay long time in this pose, you'll be very hungry. Okay, one more deep breath here. And on the next inhale, we're coming back up, lengthening our spine, and then on an exhale, dropping the arms down. Now I'm going to turn around again into the length of my mat, and very slowly now just drop back so you're laying down on your mat. When you're lying down, the palms are facing down towards the mat. And now bend your left knee and place your right foot on top of your left upper leg. Now lift your left leg up, take your right hand and go in between the legs, and with the left hand, just look for your fingers behind the left leg. Interlock your fingers. Now here your head stays down, and on an exhale, we're really pulling that left leg towards your chest. It's going to help you to stretch the back side of your right leg. For an extra stretch and to open up the right hip even more, you can use your right elbow and really push against your right leg, and you'll feel your right hip is opening up. And here with every exhale, try to pull that left leg closer and closer towards your chest. One more breath. On an exhale, drop the left foot down. Now changing legs. Putting the left foot on top of the right thigh, lifting the right leg up. With the left hand, we go in between the legs and we interlock the fingers behind our right knee. Drop your head on the mat. Then on an exhale, pull the right leg in towards the chest. And you can use here your left elbow now to push your left leg away from you to open up the left hip. Keep breathing. And if it's tight, just imagine with every exhale, you're releasing a little bit of the tension that's stuck there in the hips. And then maybe you'll notice that with every exhale, you'll be able to pull that right leg just a tiny bit closer towards the chest. That's the power of the mind. One more breath. On an exhale, dropping the right foot down, dropping the left one, stretching our legs, opening up the legs, your arms alongside the body, and this time the palms are facing up towards the sky. Make sure your neck is straight and roll your shoulders down so they can relax. Now make sure you're laying comfortably. Maybe scan your body from head to toe. Give every body part some attention. And if something feels uncomfortable, this is the opportunity to make adjustments, because in a few moments, no more movements, only breathing. And right now, that is the only thing that you have to do. Just breathe and focus on your breath and the flow of air going in and out, breathing in and out. And as you're laying in Shavasana, focusing on your breath, I want you to connect your breath now to your body, to the belly movement. So with every inhale, you're going to let the belly rise up, and with every exhale, you're going to suck the belly back in. So inhale, belly goes up, exhale, belly goes in. And let your breath and your body flow together. And also connect your mind to your breath and to your body by really focusing on either your breath or your belly movement. Yoga is a union between our breath, our body, and our mind. And enjoy the relaxation. Feel how your body is completely relaxed from head to toe. Imagine how with every inhale you're soaking up energy, and how with every exhale you're releasing tension. It's just like giving and taking, or taking and giving. You take and you give. Now very slowly, bring the awareness back to your body, to the here and now. And slowly awaken your body by wiggling your toes, moving your fingers, rocking your head from side to side. And then bring your arms overhead and give your body a good stretch. And now bend your left knee and place your left hand on top of your stomach. And on the next exhale, roll on the right side of your body. And just lay like that for a moment in fetus position. And if your head is resting on your right upper arm, try to listen to your heartbeat. It's beating just for you. And when you feel ready, on the next inhale, very gently push yourself off, and with closed eyes, come into a comfortable seated position. And when you're seated, just reconnect back to your breath by taking a few breaths deep in and out. And then very slowly, bring your palms together in front of the heart, maybe touching your heart with your thumbs. And gently start winking your eyes and open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you all for joining this short session. And I welcome you to keep an eye on our two pages, the Facebook page of Mindful Yoga Retreats of Adi Yogini. As I told you yesterday, there's exciting news coming up about certain retreats. So have a great evening, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.